Hello, and welcome back to Dolphin's Dive, the sort of weekly, strategically minded Handelabra stream hosted by Logic Dolphin. Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against those goals are not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch or Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow me at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, or pretty much any avenue. Sentinels of the Multiverse, Sentinels of Earth Prime, Bob the Ninth, One Deck Dungeon, One Deck Galaxy, Aeon Zen, and Spirit Island are all available on Steam, iOS, and Android devices. One Deck Dungeon is also available on Switch, and you can find more information on those games at handelabra.com. Wow, I still have that memorized. I've been gone for 2 months, I think. Last I counted. Did you miss me? You probably didn't even notice I was gone, honestly, and that's fine. Kind of just took some time off that was longer than expected. All's good on my end. Just kind of shied away from streaming for a period of time. In general, not just on Handelabra, but also my own personal stream channel. Not sure what I plan on doing with either of those moving forward, but for now I'm back on Handelabra and here to play some games. It's been a while since I played any Handelabra game, and in my absence, I know that the Sentinels of the Multiverse 2 backer kit has started and is ongoing, almost done. I don't know. I've honestly not been keeping track. I've not been keeping track of a lot of things these days. It's not personal. It's just I have a hard time keeping up with what the new kids keep throwing out. But I'm here to play Spirit Island, and I also know that in my time that I was gone, there was some stuff that came out. Oh, I wish it would actually show all the spirits. I have a game in progress. I don't even know what that game is. Go away. Let's just hit 2 spirits, any complexity, random adversary. Yeah, Shroud of Silent Mist is one that was introduced, and I think Volcano Looming High was also added in my absence. I don't think I've played either of these spirits. I probably should go ahead and just click them, because otherwise I'm missing out on a lot. And of course that means I'm going to be doing a lot of reading. I think technically this one came out and this one's in development. Is that true? I don't know. I might be doing things I'm not allowed to do. I honestly have no idea where we are, and at this point I'm too afraid to ask. However, I do know Great River. I think that technically was out before my hiatus, but Elemental Invocation is new. So let's just take those and base Russia, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be rushing into an adversary right after my absence. So let's just do some reading now. Stardom of Russia, additional loss condition. Hunters farm the island, put beasts destroyed by adversary rules on this panel, except that if we're not doing any Russia, it doesn't matter. Stage 2 escalation, stalk the predators. On each board, add 2 explorers total among lands with beasts. If you can't, instead add 2 explorers among lands with beasts on a different board. And we'll just leave it at that. Russia 0. How many people play Russia 0, honestly? Elemental Invocation. The spirits can call forth wellsprings of essence to empower small areas of the island, strengthening and aligning nature with a particular element. This is fortunate for the invaders are encroaching more strongly than before. Recommendations and notes. This scenario magnifies the effects of experience. Veteran players may find it +0 difficulty or easier, especially for explosive early game spirits, while new players may find it +2 or +3 difficulty. Which makes sense. This scenario is notably easier for spirits with innate powers that benefit easily from a 1-element boost, e.g. Starlight seeks its form, or are extremely strong or efficient at high levels, e.g. Serpent slumbering beneath the island. We're not playing either of those. This scenario is notably harder for spirits which use few or no elements for land targeting powers, e.g. Vital Strength of the Earth, or for spirits with very tight energy income, which I believe Mist is kind of weird with this because you get +2 at max, but you do get energy per 3 lands with damaged invaders, but that one could be tight. All right, so what's different here? It's difficulty 1, it says, but as I said, it's actually swingy. Setup changes. On each board, add a town to land number 6. Add 1 fear card to Terra level 1. Accelerate the invader deck. Discard the topmost card of the lowest invader stage in the deck as set up. This will nearly always be stage 1. So it's similar to to Sweden's Accelerate. But the rules changes. Placing elements. Once per spirit phase, each spirit may pay energy to place 1 element marker on a corner of one of their lands, i.e. at an intersection of 3 to 4 lands or of 1+ lands in the ocean/board edge. Each corner can hold only 1 element marker. They are permanent. The cost is 1 energy plus 1 energy per adjacent corner that already has an element marker. Adjacent means along land boundaries. Spirits may only place element markers which they have on a power card in hand, play, or discard. So it's an element that you own, basically. And it does not necessarily in play, but it's of a power that you own. I wonder how it works with, like, Elemental Boon. Does that count as a wild card as it does before? Benefits of elements. When using a land targeting power, the power gains all elements on the target land's corners, so elemental thresholds can be reached more easily when targeting certain lands. Each element marker on the board counts as 2 energy toward choice events aided by that element. Element markers do not help spirit targeting powers or special rules that check how many elements you have, e.g. Swiftness of Lightning. The bonus only applies once a power is targeted to land, so it cannot help with e.g. thresholds that boost range or make a power fast. What happened to the music live stream? It was supposed to start at 4 p.m. Eastern. I believe that was at 1 p.m. Eastern and then moved to 2. I know it went live at 2. I know the title was wrong, but I know that it was announced on the Discord to happen at 2 p.m. Eastern. And before, it was 1 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, sorry, it was earlier today. You missed it. Is there a link to the VOD available? Come on, get me out of theater mode. Yep, this is the link. Yeah, the title is wrong, but that was the live stream. Email said 1 p.m. Pacific. That was incorrect. Unfortunately, I did not write the email. I did not see the email. But the Discord notification is what I did see, and it did say 1 p.m. until today, then it said 2 p.m. So maybe that was a typo. Apologies to those affected. Those responsible for the typo have been sacked, and those responsible for sacking the people responsible for the typo have been sacked. All right. Where were we? Okay, so we can place elements by spending energy with costs based on how many adjacent corners already have an element marker. So the more element markers there are, the more expensive it is to add more. But land targeting powers gain elements based on adjacent element markers. Does not apply to spirit targeting powers or special rules that check elements that you have. So it's literally only for land targeting. The only exception would be choice events, where it counts as 2 energy. So cool. And the note here that said that the invaders are encroaching more strongly than before. I guess that's just that they add a town to land 6. They're harder to be frightened and they accelerate. It's not actually that. Those are all setup level changes. It's not ongoing effects, really. I guess technically the fear card is ongoing. All right, so that. And then we have Volcano Looming High. which I have slightly watched John play, but not actually enough to know at all anything how this guy works. So setup, put a presence and a Badlands. I don't actually know what the official pronunciation is. I will say Badlands because I prefer that. I don't know why. On your starting board in the mountain of your choice, push all Dahan from that land. I mean, I pronounce all these words wrong. I once said Dahan or Dahan. Dahan. I don't remember what I said, but someone corrected me on that. Benefits more than most from getting presence on the board. In addition to the usual benefits, it can fuel an explosive eruption. This can result in a huge turn, but if overdone, the following turn or two may be very constrained. Bigger eruptions are very powerful because blight and invaders may not provide the luxury of enough time to build up the desired pressure. Judging the timing of when to erupt and for how much is a key part of playing the spirit. High offense, medium utility, some fear, low control, low defense. Yeah, so, special rules. Your presence may only be added or moved into mountains. She'll be coming around the mountains when she comes. When your presence is destroyed in that land, deal 1 damage per destroyed presence to both invaders and to Dahan. So no discrimination here. Friendlies take damage too. I guess I should read the titles of these. These are thematic. Mountain Home, Collapse in a Blast of Lava and Steam. Volcanic Peaks. Volcanic Peaks. Volcanic Peaks tower over the landscape. Your power cards gain +1 range if you have 3 or more presence in the origin land. So only mountains, plus range if you have 3 or more presence, which is probably always going to happen, isn't it? Mountains. You can only be here. So yeah, I mean, like, range 0 cards would be hard to target otherwise. So I guess that makes sense. And what was the starting setup again? Presence in Badlands? A mountain of your choice. Hey, we have choice here, actually. That's cool. And push all Dahan from that land as well. So if we decide to go into 6, we can actually push Dahan into a neighboring land. That's an interesting thing. All right, so starts with 1 energy per turn, 1 card play per turn. Growth option, pick 1. You can reclaim all cards, gain a power card, gain 3 energy. Or add presence at range 0 twice. Or gain a power card, add a presence at range 4, gain a card play this turn, and gain 2 energy. That's actually pretty nifty. Plus card plays, plus energy. For this turn only. Earth, fire. Makes sense. Volcanoes, also air, I guess, which also makes sense. Innate powers, explosive eruption, range 0, any. Unaffected by this. Power cards, this is not a power card. Destroy X, 1 or more of your presence in target land, and a destroyed presence icon. Below checks how many were destroyed. This power's damage is done separately to both invaders and Dahan. The ranges below can't be increased. Okay. So 2 fire, 2 earth, 2 destroyed presence. And 1 land within range 1, X damage. 3 fire, 3 earth, 4 destroyed presence, generate X fear. 4 fire, 2 air, 4 earth, and 6 destroyed presence. In each land within range 1, 4 damage. Add 1 blight to target land. Doing so does not destroy your presence. And also 5 fire, 3 air, 5 earth, and 10 destroyed presence. In each land within 2 range, 4 damage. In each land adjacent to the target, add 1 blight if it doesn't have any. So none of these ranges can be affected. Makes sense. We do have the rule, when my presence is destroyed, deal damage per destroyed presence. So I destroy a number of presences. Say I destroy 4. Then I deal 4 damage. Probably after the power, I would say. Maybe? It says when your power presence is destroyed, not after your presence is destroyed. So I don't know. But you destroy 4 presence. And then within one land within range 1, you deal 4 damage and you generate 4 fear. Because we have 4 destroyed presence. Assuming we have the elements, of course. But if we destroy 6 presence, we also deal 6 damage to things, 6 damage within 1 land within range 1, 6 fear, and then in each land within range 1, 4 damage, adding up blight to the original land. Originally, I'm meaning the target land, like the source of the eruption, as it were. Okay. 10 destroyed presence. Spirits have what? 13 presence? 5, 10, 12. Yeah, plus 13. So that would mean you have to have all the presence on the board minus 2 or something. I don't know. The other one, powered by the furnace of the earth. Slow power range, 0 targets any. 3 earth, add 1 of your destroyed presence. 3 fire, minus 2 cost, gain a power card. 4 fire, 4 earth, move up to 2 of your presence from other lands to target land. 5 fire, return up to 2 of your destroyed presence to your presence tracks. Okay. So that gets destroyed presence back. Up to 3. 2 of them back on the presence tracks, which is interesting, as it means that once you have all presence on the board, you can still end up getting presence back on the board, or back on the presence tracks that you have to place again, but interesting. Okay, I think I kind of see how this works. Exaltation of Molten Stone, targeting another spirit. Split 1 energy per fire you have between yourself and target spirit as evenly as possible. Target spirit gains +1 range with their powers that originate from a mountain. Okay. Lava flows. Badlands and wilds, or 1 damage. Okay. Pyroclastic bombardment. 3 energy. 1 damage to each building in Dahan. 1 damage. 1 damage to Dahan. Again, we do not discriminate against friendlies and enemies. We erupt volcanoes and that kills everyone. I almost said everything. It turned into every one. It was like every swan. Rain of Ash. 2 fear of invaders or presence. Push 2 Dahan and 2 explorers or towns to lands without your presence. It's kind of interesting how a lot of these things are non-discriminatory, which is thematic. Okay. These are very expensive powers, by the way. Start with 1 energy. You gain +2 energy with your last growth option. Takes a while for you to get to 2 card plays, though. So. And are all of these, like, fire, earth? They are. So hitting a lot of these thresholds should be pretty straightforward. Presumably you could always choose to destroy your presence with explosive eruption, as this is not actually marked by an elemental threshold. Which means you always have the option of destroying your presence to deal damage to invaders. Which, since you have a Badlands in your starting mountain, means you can deal 2 damage per turn in your starting mountain per turn. At the cost of a presence, but with great damage comes great cost. Maybe. Okay, so I think I see how this works. We'll see if I understand when the game is played. Shroud of Silent Mist. A spirit of dissolution in the cold silence of death, creeping quietly down from the hills and across the open waters. Its trail is adorned with dew-covered leaves and the bones of small animals. Some legends say Shroud of Silent Mist came from the final breath of a Dahan spirit speaker who spoke too freely of secrets entrusted to him, for which his soul form was afflicted with a death-bringing curse. Others claim it was born from legends and tales, rather than from any actual person. For the story of Kedura shows that human and spirit do not so readily transform into each other. And I'm sure I mispronounced this name, and I'm going to see in a YouTube comment months down the road. Oh, we haven't previewed that? Oh, okay. Sorry. I've not been following for the past several months, so I did not know. Okay. Thank God you got here. Thank God you got here before I played this game, and all of a sudden I'm in trouble. Alright, then we're not playing that. Abort. Lure. I think I played with Lure, though. Yeah. I feel like I should play with the spirit I'm more comfortable with. I don't really feel like figuring out a scenario and 2 unknown spirits. Well, not unknown, but yeah. Yeah, say. Well, this does say that this is easier for spirits that are strong or efficient at high levels than it names Serpent, so I should definitely play Serpent, right? Right? Where's Serpent there? Okay, no Shroud of Silent Mist today. Sorry. Did I read this flavor text here? A spirit of fire and earth stretching upwards to the sky, casting a long and dangerous shadow across the land. The deeper spirits of volcanism are too powerful and slow, too removed to respond to the invaders, but not so this one. It doesn't dislike humans per se, but neither does it have much use for them, so the Dahan tend to keep away from it as much as possible, and will not quarry stone in its shadow. Of course, larger eruptions can impact a good chunk of the land. Larger eruptions can impact a good chunk of the island, so they sometimes end up dealing with its temper whether they want to or not. I kind of like how this reads. It will not quarry stone in this shadow. Sounds like, I don't know, Edgar Allan Poe-esque. Is that just me? I don't know. I'm not a very literary kind of guy, but I have Raven, like, what's the word? Visions? Reminders? This is me being a 9th grader, I guess. Okay, well, let's just go then. Russia 0, which is just add explorers to lands with beasts. Elemental Invocation, which adds a town, escalates, accelerates. Yeah. I have a choice. I will grow in the land that has a town, which pushes this Dahan. And I probably don't want to put him in the mountain because I will erupt in many mountains. Let's keep you away from the town for now, I guess. I don't know. You're exploring the mountains. That was your first mistake. Okay. Yeah, an explosive eruption is here, so I can always choose to destroy presence. I could entirely stop A6. I could also lose the game. We could also... We could do the first growth... the first threshold here. If I do middle growth option, I do fire earth. And I play any one of my cards. Well, except I can only afford the ones that cost 1 energy, but that's besides the point. I'll have 2 fire, 2 earth. I will have destroyed 2 presence. And I also deal damage per destroyed presence in my own land, so that's going to be 3 damage in A6 because of the Badlands and 2 destroyed presence. That kills everything in A6. I can then do 2 damage in a neighboring land, which could be A1, and it stops both builds. Yay! Is that wise though? That costs 2 destroyed presence. And we don't have this yet. But it sounds cool. We'll see. Serpent. I also, if I want to absorb essence, that's kind of a bad turn to absorb essence if I'm destroying 2 presence, huh? D7 or D1 are good targets for Aegis for next turn. It doesn't require destroyed presence to do enough defend. That's good. Also, let's not forget that this is Elemental Invocation. We could spend an energy as once per turn, right? Once per spirit phase. And the cost is 1 energy plus 1 energy per adjacent corner. So a corner of one of the lands is at an intersection of 3 to 4 lands or of 1+ lands and the ocean/board edge. Is that you in the corner? Am I in the corner? I shouldn't. There's no one in the corner. My webcam is off, by the way. I don't think there's anything else that's showing through. I don't know if there's... I don't know what you're referencing, John, by the way. I'm like looking at my stream like, is there a webcam that's randomly on? But my webcam's not even connected right now. Lost my train of thought. Okay, so ages for next turn. YouTube link. Oh, I can't even hover to look at it. YouTube has not been working on my Chrome lately. It's annoying me. I have to open up another browser.
I have a question. Is that you in the corner? That way, in the corner.
That's me in the corner. Yeah.
Freaky.
I understand nothing. Okay, cool. Yes. Sure, that is me in the corner. This is me not understanding the newfangled kid jokes, I guess. Anyway. So I can't absorb essence if I do want to do the 2 damage this turn. They are going to build a city in A6 if I don't do anything. I would need to either do this to stop it, or I could take this growth option and be able to play a 3 energy card, which... This would do enough damage to kill A6. Oh, I think I was thinking of elemental invocation before I got distracted. Okay. So at the intersection of 3 or 4 lands, or of 1+ lands in the ocean/board edge. So I assume what that's meaning is that this is a corner. Like, it makes sense, right? It's basically 3 lands if you include the ocean as a land. This is a corner. Even though this is the board edge, this could be considered to be the 3rd land. But like, this side here is not a corner. It's with 1 land and the board edge, but it needs to be next to other things, right? So this is a corner. Yeah, so I think that's what that means. I think. So like, this land here has 5 corners on it. This land here has 5 corners. This land has 5 corners. Wait, how many corners does this one have? Is this a corner and this is a corner? Or does it... Oh, is it board edge? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure there will be some UI that will pop up and will show things. Anyway. So, it's only for power cards, right? No, it's for land targeting power. Okay, yeah, so for land targeting powers, it's affected. This is a land targeting power, so... But I can only do it once per turn. Once per spirit phase. So, like, hypothetically... Like, Serpent could grow into A5 or something. And place an Earth down on one corner. And then... Volcano Looming High could then put a fire on the other corner, and then we would have 3 fire, 3 earth, but not 4 destroyed presence. But we could get to 3 earth this turn to add a destroyed presence back. There's a way to do it. And it doesn't require a +1 card play this turn. I wonder if it's worth trying to put elements down every single turn so that every single corner by the end of the game has elements. That seems expensive. I could just click this button a million times and do that with Serpent. Gaining power cards is more fun though, isn't it? I guess we could also use Gift of Flowing Power or Gift of Primordial Deeps to allow Volcano to play another power. Probably Gift of Flowing Power, honestly. To guarantee you get the Earth and the Fire. Unless we don't care. I don't know what I care about. I don't know what I care about. And it's only during the Spirit phase too, so I can't like give you energy during the fast phase and then you can spend energy to put a marker down. This game's weird. Anyway. Let's click this one as I like to... Oh, and now I have this button. I like to gain powers. My name is Serpent, and I like to gain powers. And there's also a thought that I want to gain many different elements as powers because you can only put elements down that you have in play, hand, or discard. Is this land targeting? It is. This one's spirit targeting, so it's not affected, but this one is land targeting. Interesting. There's no fire. Well, there's no fire earth here. There's one fire. There's one earth, two earth, three earth. Three earth. No moons. This is the plant. This is basically another version of Gift of Flowing Power. I got nothing. Any Dahan movement? Other than Volcano? Does Volcano move Dahan? You just destroy Dahan. I guess, no, I think... No, this is damaged. Oh, this is the push Dahan. Okay. I was thinking of like putting presence pushes Dahan, but it's only this starting presence that does that. I will click Spur on. And you can't stop me. I gotta get into D1 or D7 this turn. Or by next turn, not this turn per se. I don't presume I'm gonna have 2 energy. I might play Gift of Primordial Deeps, basically with the expectation that I'm gonna have the Earth gain. I don't necessarily expect to be able to play it unless it's a 0 energy Earth card. Because I don't presume I'm gonna have energy left. Certainly I'm not gonna be able to put down an elemental thing unless I do this, but I want to do this. And I want these. And I feel like lava flowing. I mean energy, but lava flowing. Work towards 2 card plays here. So with the earth that you have here, I will be able to add a destroyed presence in the slow phase, which is good because I'm destroying 2 presents. So I don't need an elemental marker to gain that. Um. Serpent definitely probably wants. Definitely probably. Good words. Gaining elements for Serpent Wakes seems pretty good. Like, just keep gaining plants, as it's the one that you don't have. Although I didn't take a plant card, did I? I could have, but I chose not to. But I think it's okay, because we'll just gain Fire Earth. Fire Earth is pretty important. Oh, you're right, it just doesn't work. You're right. You know, I've been paying attention to that the entire time, and then this is literally the first time I misspeak, and John jumps on that. I've been smart 99% of the time, so of course you pay attention to the 1% of the time I wasn't smart. Alright, so in that case, I want basically Fire Earths. Build up towards Serpent Rouses, I guess. Fire Earths, Moons. The problem, though, is that this is going to target a land, but I'm not going to really necessarily have these elements in a place where I have a land that I want to use it on. So I don't know. This border, this edge here is pretty potent, though, because there's a lot of corners over here. So down the road, I would want to do that, I guess. How many corners does D1 have? 6? Seems like I'd have a lot more. I'm gonna go into D7. And then gift the Primordial Deeps. And then put down something. I guess if I have a fire, I could damage a building, but there's no reason to. Assert dominance, as it were. I guess all these cards have fire. This one has earth, but no fire. This one has... These two have earth. So I feel like I have less earth than I do fires. So I probably want earth. Oh, look at that. There's the UI. Let's put it here. And now this activates, maybe? It's weird this popped up. I guess it's not that I have it, but I could have it. Maybe. It's a situational. I mean, I absolutely can never have it, but it sounds cool. All right. Bam. 2. And then stop this build. That was a nice visual effect. I like it. That was a volcano eruption. The invaders literally just got here and the island blew up already. I guess actually before I commit to that though. Not that I'm very likely to do something different. I mean, it always has to be this land, but... Gain a minor power. This card that is usually pretty crappy has all the elements I would ever want out of it. Okay, it doesn't have air. I guess also this has all the elements I would ever want out of it. And these don't have fire. This doesn't even have earth, so why would you ever click those cards? Okay. So we also have plus range if you have 3 or more presence in the origin land. Yeah, I feel like I like this one a lot. Defend 10 at range 1 is bonkers. Oh, wait. Oh, I gained the elements. Okay. I was like, why didn't I get a choice as to which element to gain or whether I wanted to play it or not? And the answer is I didn't have the energy. The decision was made for me, and I gained the elements automatically. All right. Ooh. Okay. Mountains built. And explore sands. Wait, did they not? Oh, they did. Okay. They discarded the jungles. Okay. I was like, did they not accelerate? I should have paid attention to what they did, so I could have, or what was discarded, as I would have said, hey, jungles are safe this round. Oh, well. I can only target this. Which I am. Badlands and Wilds or 1 damage. I do not have 3 presence, so I can't go plus range. I do have 2 earth if I target one of these lands. Whoa! I have 2 fear and I may push a town from that land. Yes. Yes. Stop this city build. Grip all the towns in one place. Yes, because we gained that earth as it was in D7. Nifty. And then lava flows. So these mountains are empty. I cannot reach these sands. Next turn is wild card. Kind of tempted to put the Badlands in A1. I could also put an A8 and then I could quicken in there, which would actually kill the town. Pyroclastic Bombardment would do enough damage to kill the Explorer, as in it does 1 damage. Also it kills the Dahan, so that's tragic. I don't know. Rain of Blood, maybe? Sorry, Rain of Ash, not Rain of Blood. That's a different game. Or card, I don't know. Do I want invaders in my mountains? I feel like I want invaders in my mountains because I can always destroy my presence to destroy those invaders. So I don't want to put this in my land. I want to put this somewhere else. So I shall. So now, my lands are empty. Click this always on Serpent because why not, I guess? Gift of Constancy. Pact would do enough damage to kill D7. We are a little energy starved if I do place an elemental presence this turn, or elemental marker this turn. Yeah, element marker. Why is there an earth in here? Is it just saying that I've placed an earth on the board? Or is it just tracking that for like events? I don't know. I don't know. Roiling Bog and Snacking Thorn gives a lot of the elements for Serpent Wakes. I'm not gonna be able to absorb essence this turn with my limited energies. I guess I'll play Gift of Constancy, honestly. Just, it's a free card. It reclaims cards. I can reclaim cards. Keeps us from having to reclaim all as often. All good things. Sans build. So what would I be playing this turn other than Gift of Constancy? Oh, I'm playing Aegis, right? Okay. I'll have 1 energy left, and the cost is 1 energy plus 1 per adjacent corner. So if I were to place a fire on this corner, it would cost 2, which I wouldn't be able to afford. But I could place a fire on this corner, and I would have a fire and an earth in this land, plus a fire and an earth here. Sorry, this fire and this earth. So I would be able to do 2 damage to the town. Since I don't have a defend for next turn just yet, that seems like a good plan. I'll grow into D4 in case I come up with some other solution along the way. Yeah, I can't afford this or this, but I can afford this. I don't really see a difference between these two other than this hits 1 more land, and there might be a reason to strategically decide on what this, like, because once I place this, I can't change it, I guess. So if I chose this to be, say, water, it'd be less helpful, but no. Nope. Okay. I guess I could also choose to do an element here. Let's see. I can undo this because, yeah. So gain power. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be, sorry, minor. Pretty much as many fire and earths we can put on the board would be great, wouldn't it? I guess some airs, maybe? But, like, I guess, okay, I guess the ones neighboring mountains are the ones that are the most important. And Volcano can only put them on mountains because it has to be neighboring your land, okay? But the more we can build up explosive eruption, the better that feels. And also powers up this as well. So more earths, more fires, more problems. This can help save Dahan if needed. There's not any, there's an earth here, there's fires there. This one has air. These two have air, actually. I guess Lure can get things into my land. I like that. Okay. Lure is here. Why don't I just click it? Why isn't it just an instant click? 2 card plays? I want to get to this board. So I shall. Oh, I actually have 3 card plays because I have plus card play this turn. So I can play these 3 cards. Which means that I could destroy 4 presence and generate 4 fear and blah blah blah, except I don't have enough in either land. But I do. Ooh. So it says 5, but it's really that I'm at 4 right now. I see, I guess it's like counting this for all of these. but it's obviously only... It's conditional on targeting the land that... Yeah. So it says 5 because there's 1 fire token on there, but really... Really, it's 4. But we could potentially return 2 destroyed presences, which I only have 1 right now, but I could destroy 2. I could destroy 2. Probably not super vital to get to this, actually, because at most I would destroy 1 presence, and that's would only be in D5 for it to have any meaningful effect, and that seems foolish. I do have to destroy 1, though, in order to do any of this. Well, actually, I can't do any of this unless I destroy 2. But I have to, if I choose to use this power, I have to destroy 1, because X is 1 or more. And I do have to destroy 1 to deal 1 damage, but... So, okay, so if I'm playing these, what am I freaking doing? I'm playing these, but this doesn't even do anything. This generates 2 energy for both me and Serpent, that's fine. And plus range with powers that are originally from Mountain, okay. That's pretty good. I do have a lure, so I guess this could do something. Actually, yeah, lure and quicken does do something. Okay, okay. So it's not terrible. Eruption doesn't do anything. This gets me destroyed presence, move presence from other lands. That's not going to do anything. Gain a power card at -2 cost, but I am getting 2 energy, and then this also gets me 2 energy. Okay, so I guess I could. Anyway, what am I doing here? Fire? I'll probably do on this board, if anything. Yeah, I don't need that threshold. And this doesn't do anything for me just yet. And these are both land targeting, so yeah, they both get benefited. Let's just put Earth down here. So that I could put Destroyed Presence in A6, for instance. I think. I have 3 Earth already, so I could do that. Whatever, I don't care. Okay. Aegis, Constancy, Lure, Quicken, Exaltation, and not this. Hard-working settlers. The latest round of settlers are regrettably diligent, focused, and curious, and may act cautiously in the background or create unnerving distractions at the cost of piquing their interest. We also have beasts counting as badlands on each board. Destroy a damaged invader in a land with beasts. There's none. Okay, cool. On each board, push 2 Dahan, add a town to a land without town, immediately ravage in the land with the most invaders that matches a ravage card. Well. That's actually pretty good. Push 2 Dahan from D7 into D8, and then both ravages are dealt with. Adding a town to a land without towns. There are options. Create unnerving distractions at the cost of piquing their interest. Ravage cards skip up to 1 matching layout on each board. We don't care about that. 1 fear per player. That's okay, but remove bottommost stage 2 and stage 3 cards from the game. I don't really like that. So this one I think is good. So push 2 Dahan from this land. I guess we could keep it in D7 if so desired, but I made my decision. We want to move these from volcano lands, but none of these are volcano lands. Let's get rid of the singleton. Just in case that 1 in 56 event comes up. I don't know the actual number, I just made up the number. Why is it saying pick a land to push from? I already pushed? What? Oh, I have to push 2 total. Oh, okay. Well then, sure. Let's just get rid of both singletons. Why not? I didn't know it was a cumulative. Oh, I guess you don't have to push. Anyway. Interesting. Whatever. I got rid of the singletons and grouped Dahan, which is better, I guess. I don't know. Town to land without town. As much as I would like to add it to mountains over here, they're ravaging mountains. Don't want to put it there or there because of builds. This land is diseased, so that's probably fine. This land is diseased, so that's probably fine. I don't know. I want this one to ravage twice as I need the 2 hits to actually kill the explorer. Nothing happens. No fear cards. Sands build. Sands build, or Sands Explorer. Escalating, which puts 2 explorers in lands with beasts, which is pretty much always those 2 lands. But hey, we have things in the mountains now. Cool. Destroyed presence. For no real good reason, let's put it here. Sure. I like that it asked that before I even did anything. Fire Earth. The one of everything. I'll take the Fire Earth. I'm a simple man. If I see Fire Earth, I click it. Oh, I could actually move these over. Interesting. It's not gather, it's move. Okay. Serpent rouses. So if it targets this, I have 2 fire, 2 earth. Unfortunately, since they explored in the sands, it's not defended now. Also, I'm not happy about these sands right now, especially A4. I don't have range. I could have had range if I had a presence in A1, or 3 presences rather, but I don't. And I don't think that's gonna happen. I could reclaim Aegis. I got rid of the Dahan in here for stupid reasons. If only I knew then what I know now. So this 10 presence thing kind of sounds like I need to get a lot of presences in a single land instead of spreading out across all the mountains. It's That's probably what this whole move up to 2 presence thing is about. But I wish I could have gathered into A1, but I couldn't. Pyroclastic bombardment does reach A4 or A7. It's not gonna kill the... It's not gonna kill enough things. I guess I could gather a town out with lure. Pyroclastic bombardment to kill an explorer, and then that land doesn't do enough damage. Bombardment is 1 damage to each explorer. It's 1 damage to each building. The last 19 digits of pi. What are they? Let me know what the last 19 digits of pi are. I'll wait. I like your username if you can't tell. This only puts 1 presence into A1. I would need 2 to be able to deal damage and I'll land within range 1. And spreading out the presence seemed like a bad idea. AFAIK. I feel like of these 3, it's gonna be Lure. And while playing Gift of Constancy every turn seems amusing, I feel like it's Elemental Aegis. Given that I need to defend D7 now. Alright, let's see. Do we get any good options here? Well, Aegis already defends, but... Well, we're playing... We would have to play Aegis and Absorb Essence for this to do enough defend. Problem is, it doesn't actually solve next turn either. Like, this double sands is kind of actually really brutal. Really brutal. The A7 Ravage will kill 2 Dahan, but it will have 1 surviving Dahan that kills a town, so at least it's not going to have a city there next turn. Still sucks, but it's not going to have a city in there. Really don't feel like these were good picks. Let's look at this. Can I go up energy track now, I think? Probably. I could do major, I guess. Major and play the free cards. Screw it, major it is. These don't have fire earth on them. Infestation of venomous spiders. Add a beasts. Gather a beasts. For each beast, a fear, and skip actions. That's pretty good for A4. Power Storm to absorb 2 essences. I guess absorb essence is actually slightly worse with Volcano, as if I absorb too many essences, I can't destroy 10 presents. And if you can't destroy 10 presents, then what has this all been for? What have I been working towards? 10 points to whoever can get the reference, by the way. The others don't seem as helpful. Entwined Power is a bit lame. Smothering Infestation is pretty lame. Range 0 if target land is jungle wetlands. Yeah, good luck with that mountain. Good luck with that Volcano. I guess it does have +1 range with Super Sacred Site, but you know, it's not gonna help the sands. So spiders? I would like to forget a card on my discard. That said, Pyroclastic Bombardment is pretty expensive. Does have big range. I just feel like I'm not really going to be able to play it effectively. I'm getting rid of it and you can't stop me. So since we can stop A4 with Infestation, we can use Lure to gather a town out of A7. This will still blight, but the surviving Dahan will kill the explorers and this doesn't build. That seems pretty good. I could also just gather an explorer out, which means I will destroy a town and the surviving Dahan will take 1 damage, but I get a fear out of it, I get rid of a town, which is probably slightly better. Okay. So that pretty much solves board A. I mean, A4 will still be an issue next turn, but it will not have cascaded, it will not have built a city, so it's not as bad. They'll still gain 2 explorers with the beasts that will be there, but whatever. Before absorbing essence and elemental aegising, we don't actually have a choice for this card. Or sorry, we're not playing this card this turn, is what I meant. I like Inflame a lot in general. I don't know if it's really a good pick here, but I like Inflame in general. So I will pick it and I will assume that it will work itself out. It probably won't, but I can pretend for a second. And then for growth, we still have to do the elemental markers. Presumably, we don't have to, but Might as well, right? Always, every turn, do stuff. Let's grow like here, I guess, to be in lands with buildings. Absorb Essence, Elemental Aegis. And I won't be able to place an elemental marker on D7. I can just click this to see, because I can only spend 1 energy. I'll leave the mountains to Volcano, as that's the only land he can put markers down anyway. So let's put something not on a mountain, like here. I guess I could do it like here to affect A4 next turn if we can get some assistance there. I mean, there might be a world where I have enough animals. I feel like we don't care about animals. We care about fires and earths. Don't we? We have fewer earths this turn. So I'll click earth. And then you can spend 2 energy. So I can increase my range to hit A1, but I will have 0 destroyed presence in that land. So that's a waste to try to hit A1 with that. We do have 3 earth this turn. I guess if I spend energy, I'm actually not going to gain a power card. That's probably fine. It's 2 energy as well. I don't know. Let's put a fire here. For no reason. I could take this beast and then they'll add 4 explorers here next turn. Because escalation, add 2 explorers among land-based beasts if you can't. Instead, add them among lands with beasts on a different board. Let's not do that. Seems foolish. Actually, no, I could have added 4 explorers to A1. Actually, that would have been okay. Let's do that then. Okay. Let's absorb. Take this guy. I get an element. Not sure that I care about it. I have 0 destroyed presence, so like none of this actually does anything. I'll take a water. For no reason. Not doing that. Get Explorer out. Not doing that. Aegis. Not doing that. Okay. Distant exploration. During the explore step, invaders explore at +1 distance. That doesn't matter. Grim Toll. In each board, choose a land with disease. In that land, 2 damage to invaders and 2 damage to Dahan. Fierce Mian. 1 fear per land with invaders for Dahan outnumber buildings. These decisions are forced. Bye, Dahan. Fear card. Depart the dangerous land. Each player moves an explorer from a land with beasts, disease, or at least 2 Dahan. Can't hit that. Can't hit that. These guys are dead. Could minimize the pain of A4. Skip. Skip. Coastal. There's not even an escalation. Okay. None of the sands are coastal, so that bites. Call to ferocity, gather up to 3 Dahan, or if target land has Dahan, 1 fear and push an explorer in a town. Well, none of the sands that has invaders have Dahan right now. Really, I can only just push an explorer out of a land with Dahan. Or gather Dahan if I anticipate being able to defend. I do have energy, actually. Wait, when did I gain that energy? Oh, because I gained any energy. Okay, okay. If I gain a power card, I can place 2 presence down next turn, get to 3 energy, and play 2 cards, I guess. Move 2 presence from other lands to target land. Actually, I could hit this land, can't I? No, I can't. Why can't I? Oh, power cards gain +1 range. Right. I've read that text all game and I keep forgetting it. If I could defend D4 with Dahan, that would be good. I don't... Well, I guess I could reclaim all and have this. I would need to have 3 presents in here for that to work. If I do that, I would like to have all the Dahan in A4 or D4. So I guess that's reasonable. And then I want to... I'll have lots of energy next turn, so I can go ahead and spend energy for a card. I'm gonna have 5 energy next turn. Let's take Minor, in case I do Infestation again. Desiccating Winds to put more Badlands down seems pretty nice. There's... Oh, it also has Fire Earth. Okay, sure. Alright. It works. I do also still have this. I have 3 Fire, 2 Earth. I don't have plus range this turn for anything. We're gonna defend 10 and D4 probably. Let's do things here then. And I guess, could I have killed the city with this? I could have. Kill the city, push the town. That's probably better. Except for the fact that I, of course, pushed Dahan in there, but I could put Dahan somewhere else. Except I think I can't undo that far now. Yeah, I did things in the bad order. I cannot call the ferocity anymore. That's probably fine. It's not ideal, but it's probably fine. Alright, so this is a reclaim all on you, because we want to be able to play a quicken. Guess this gets us another power card. I'm going to take another minor, and then I swear my next one will be major. I swear. I do not see fire earth on here. So I sleep. Gather, push, and explore, isolate target land. I feel like I want to pick a card that I'll play this turn and forget for a major next turn. That seems wise. I guess I can use this to stop a build. So this... Oh. I said I was going to quicken, except I didn't have the presence here because I screwed up because I then selected this land or something. I did something wrong. I cannot defend D4 now. Okay. Yeah, I can't undo because I looked at power cards. So... No, because I gained a power card with this, so... I think I probably... Oh, I don't have the elements on that, I guess is what happened. I was confused because this lit up, but I don't think I actually had the elements that I thought I did, so that's why I got screwed up. So we could reclaim with Serpent, but Aegis isn't going to be enough. This is 7 damage. My Aegis is at 3 right now. 4 if I do another absorb. It's not going to be enough. Could take a major. Gain millions of energy, take a major on Serpent. And it might help. I mean, we could lose the presence here, which losing presence on Serpent is generally fine, as it'll help with your presence cap. It's just the Dahan in here are sad. I guess I could do Infestation. And I will have range because this is 3 presence. If I do Infestation in D4, that will put beasts back on board D, but we can then skip that Ravage. We're going to do an A4 to stop that Cascade, though. We do not have a neighboring land to gather. All right, so of the miners that I didn't pick, was there one that did actually help? Wait. I could call the trade. Tire level is 2 or lower. So we can gather a town, and the Ravage becomes a build. So we gather the town out at A4, they build in D4 so these don't Ravage, and we all live happily ever after. And then we can forget this power next turn. Okay. Pretty silly. We could use lure into D5 to stop the D1 build. Next turn seems like a pretty good Aegis turn. Maybe. Maybe not. We have an any if I grow. I probably am going to grow since we don't have as big of a threat now. So if I take one of these animals and I play both Inflame and these animals, and my any is an animal, I can then add a disease, a fear, and a strife. Is that worth? Eh? Gold's Allure, which is actually fun with Volcano. Gather Explorer Town at a strife, but now you're in Volcano's land and you shall suffer the explosion. I guess this gives me animal. Yeah, so I could do that. Okay. Okay. I anticipate losing this presence. I do need a sacred site though, so oh, it has to be a land without blight, huh? So these, the any on animal, but we'll wait on that. So Call of Trade does that. These are saved. I haven't used these yet. Let's start putting icons on the board. This will explode. That's fine. Probably going to strife that city. Seems fine. We do have an option of stopping A2 or A1 next turn. Probably depends on where they choose to explore. Because we still have Infestation that we'll probably use next turn. So we'll wait on that, I guess. Can't really use this turn. We could use Quicken next turn to defend A1. Maybe. +1 range for powers originating from a mountain. I mean, I guess if I have nothing else to do, might as well click that. I guess that was my last power. Guess I could use Rain of Ash to stop a Ravage the next turn, I guess. Probably don't need as much energy. Let's take that and then decide on elements. I need to probably consider erupting more, considering that I have no destroyed presence. But I only have 4 presents on the board right now, which is kind of sad. The problem is that neither of these lands really have anything in them for me to erupt with. If I destroy 2 presents, I can do 2 damage at a land within range 1. This is the only land that has 2 presents. And I can do 2 damage in A1, except that's not enough to stop anything, so... I feel like that's a no from me, dog. I'm currently sitting on 3 earth, 2 fire. I don't have the energy to gain a power card this turn. Do I want to consider moving things? This would have 4 earth, 3 fire. I would have to have another one, but this would cost 3 energy and 3 energy, so I can't do that. Really, the only options are over here, huh? Alright, let me be cheap, and let's put it here. And let's put, so I already have an earth there, let's put a fire there. And then... Serpent rouses. You would like another earth for one of those lands you're gonna do it in, whatever land you're doing it in. I don't know which land you're doing it in, though. You don't have plus range this turn, so... I guess you could do it here after Gold's Allure, which is weird. You already have an earth for this land, though, and a fire. So actually would do enough damage to kill the town and generate fear there. Kind of inclined to do it on over here. Let's put a fire over here. Okay. Let's get the Dahan out of the mountain. Gather this town. They don't build there. Or they don't ravage there. They will build. I'm not doing this. That's that. New species spread. New plants and animals brought by the invaders damage the local ecology. You may let the invasive species bloom or transmute the worst of the species. New diseases on half the boards. Rounding up, add a disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders to 2 damage to Dahan there. Offerings of pattern and dance. Each spear with at least 2 Dahan among all its lands gains 1 energy. Otherwise, we have 2 moon. Cards to discard. Fear per player, add beast to a land with buildings, or discard top minor power, add blade if it's fast, and then return discard. I would rather just transmute the worst and get rid of it, and then figure out what we're going to do from there. We have no moon on the board, because someone has only been adding fires and mountains to this game. Or earths, I guess, technically. If I discard all of my moons, I'm going to lose these cards for next turn, which... Are we planning on using Quicken next turn? Quicken would be pretty good next turn. Exaltation. Pretty good energy, but otherwise could discard Lure. Running out of lands that have no invaders. Other than my own lands that I've been neglecting. So let's discard... the not Quicken ones. And then we'll have Serpent spend their remaining energy. On each board, add beasts to a land with buildings. Disease to a land with both Dahan and invaders. Damage Dahan there. If I click this board, it damages nothing. If I click this board, it puts a disease here, which stops the city. Serpent gains an energy. Quarantine. Explore does not affect coastal lands. Womp womp. Miniature. Exploring jungles. The sands are safe. And that was it. They cannot explore jungle, or they cannot explore coastal. This is too far away, so that was the only explorer. Okay. So Inflame D2. Also gain the animal. Inflame D2 is pretty good. Stops the ravage, stops the build. Although we still have to deal with that next turn. Gold's Allure. And Rain of Ash. So again, we have... I don't have range there. Would have been nice to have had range there. I'm sitting on 2 fires, 3 earths. This would put me at 3 fires, 4 earths, which is not enough to move presence. That's probably why it's not lit up, because I can't ever have it. I do not have destroyed presence, so this does nothing. I don't have enough energy to gain a power card. Rain of Ash. So like Gold's Allure. Obviously this is the one I would want to hit. Maybe this, but I can't reach it, so no point. Actually, that is literally the only one I can hit with that. Coastal Town would be ideal. We can basically already hit D1 with this. Although D1 can't go into D5 as it has my presence. We can get 2 towns out of D6 with this. Just join the party that we have in D4. Gold's Allure stops D1. Strife the town. Hold on, why did I strife the city if I could kill the city? I can kill the city, right? There's a fire there. I don't have earth. I have 2 earth. This would have 2 earth because of that. This has 2 earth as well. And this would have 2 moon, 4. So I'd be able to push a town and kill a town if I do D4, which isn't really like that great, but I don't really have any other candidates for this. I don't have to push the town. So don't. Okay. Coastal Ravage, Jungle Build. So we could do like the infestation of venomous spiders into A3. I would need lots of energy to do that. Sitting at 3. If I take this, that's 5. It's gonna be hard to put an elemental thing down. I'm never gonna have enough air or enough animals to be able to do 4 damage unless I put an animal token down, but that's silly. I think we also said we were gonna gain a major this turn. Or the next time I gain a power be major, and I might as well like gain a major now. I could do double presence, so I could start erupting. Doesn't seem like this do that much though, because my mountains are kind of isolated from where I would like things to be. But I could just start doing middle growth options spam. I can use this to gain or play more power cards or something, gain energy otherwise. I don't know. So like the ravages that are of consideration. Especially that jungle. This is a build. That's a build. Also a ravage, but it's fine. So that's 4 blight this turn, which will blight the island. We can stop one of them with infestation. We can stop one of them with quicken. If I want to do both, I would need to do growth option 3. Which is pretty annoying. I mean, I guess I could do middle growth and spend the 4 energy on this card and then use Spur On to play another power. And give the Flowing Power to also play another power. I guess that's an option. I wouldn't be placing elemental markers down. But it is what it is. That solves 2 lands. I do not have an immediate solution to the other 2 lands, though. Stopping A3 from ravaging and building is okay. And this would be the only land I could defend with Quicken. So A2 and D3 will ravage, and they are 50% to explore their next turn, which is icky. Reclaim 1 is coming up, actually. Or it could be here. Aegis is defend 3 right now. 2 plus 1. Aegis in D4 would almost defend enough. It would defend A3 enough, except we want to skip that anyway, and it doesn't defend D3 enough. Aegis next turn would be pretty good, though. I'm half thinking of reclaiming and flame, but it's kind of silly when I don't have another animal anyway. Like, there's only... The only reason to really do this would be to do both, I feel like. I mean, I guess the disease is not as important as the strife, but like if I can defend D2, I don't need this. I don't need it anyway. Okay, so I could do another absorb and get more presence on the board, which would also weaken Volcano, which is the tragic thing. I'm not doing a good job of getting to 10 destroyed presence though, so I feel like let's just abort that plan and focus on powers getting us out of this, I guess. I don't know. Let's take a look at this. Elemental boon, gift of power. This has fire earth on it, so it destroys things, but it also puts blight, but also destroys many things. Does the Visions of Fire Doom do a lot? I guess I could use it to stop the build in D6. But I don't think I can play this turn if my plan was to spur on to be able to play Quicken. And Aegis. Or not Aegis, but Absorb Essence. I don't know. I guess I don't have to Absorb Essence. I will have the 2 fire because of that fire token that's there, so I could take Elemental Boon. But I feel like it's a waste of a card play right now. So that would stop this. I could do gift instead of spur on, which doesn't do much. Let's do double growth here. Get to energy. Spur on and play that with, or Quicken and play that with spur on. Oh, I can play this for free. I cannot place any elemental things down. And your energy's a bit tight. I think I should just skip playing elements this turn, try to save energy. Spur on to play this. Stop this. Sure, get rid of that beast. Now this board doesn't have beasts again. Get rid of this explorer. Go into the party. Fucking there. So I could do like explosive eruption in D5, destroy 3 presence, deal 3 damage in D2. But I won't get fear off that. I mean, I'll get fear for destroying this town and destroying this city, but I would like not to. Save it. Local Diaspora. In the single land with the most invaders, push 1 explorer town to each adjacent land. I know which land this is. It's the party. Each beast generates fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. Forsake the barren land on each board. Push 2 Dahan from a land with blight to a land without blight. Okay. Unfortunately, this means that this is going to build. Pending the fear card. we don't want to put a town there. How many things do we have in here? We have 5 explorers, 3 towns. What is this? Oh, ocean thing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to push at least 1 town. Can safely push town into there. We could also push town into D5 because it's your domain. I think I'm fine doing that. This is gonna ravage now, annoyingly. Tier level 2. Push 2 Dahan from land with blight to land without blight. Okay. Each player chooses a different coastal land with Dahan, and each gather up to 1 Dahan, 1 damage per Dahan. I should have gathered into D3, but if only I knew then what I know now. Defend 6 in all coastal lands. Skip build actions in coastal lands that would add city. Okay. That's actually pretty good. I can allow this, I guess. But skip the build. There are no beasts on board D, so explorers must be added to a different board. Why is it only telling me this now? It happened before, but it didn't say anything then. Okay. Not used my any. No destroyed presence. Can't spend energy to gain a power card. But we do have 3 fire, 4 in either of these lands, so we can move presence. Which means we can do a volcanic eruption coming up. So if I destroy 6 presence, which is possible next turn, then each land within range 1, 4 damage, add a blight to target land. I'd have to have 2 air though, which I've kind of not been doing a good job of getting. Although, we do have that coming up. Is it worthwhile to do that? Stops 2 of the jungle ravages. Adds a blight that cascades though, which is annoying. But hey, it would be something. It would also get us 6 fear. We have no destroyed presence. Yeah, so this is literally just be moving presence. So if I do this here, I can move these guys over. If target land has Dahan, a fear, and push. Also, this power's damage is done separately to both invaders and Dahan. So in each land within range 1, 4 damage, which will actually kill Dahan. So kind of would be nice to get rid of some of these Dahan then. I guess. So these guys will be dead. Enough of those guys will be dead. That guy will be dead. So like there's an excess of damage here. Can I see things here? Ah, yeah, there's a fire earth on there. You can see on the bottom of the thing. So I would want to gain an earth to be able to do 2 damage to kill a town. Which is something. Okay. Question is, do I have enough elements? I don't think I do. There is 5 of my presents in there. I need to be able to gain an air and have at least 4 fire, 4 earth, which there's already a fire and earth in here, and these are fire. So the only issue is air right now. So we can try to get lucky and find a power card that gives me air here. I have 5 presents in there, so I can't just reclaim. Because I need 6 destroyed presents. This won't do it because I won't have 2 air. I do have a reclaim 1. I guess I could absorb essence and get the air that way. I'd have to absorb this essence. And there will be 1 presence left on the island. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is fine? Oh, this also gives you the air. That was what I was forgetting about. I want more energy. I guess I want fire to get destroyed presence back, although it's going to go on my presence track, so it's not as good. But I do have that there, right? Because that's 1 fire. Yeah, I'll be at 4 fire, 2 air, 5 earth, which is enough for that threshold. So we do damage here, all neighboring lands, add a blight that cascades, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Doesn't solve this. How much is in there? 4. I can Aegis, I guess. Steam vents. Let's click this one. It says animal, in case I so decide I want to do more of the thing. I'm gonna grow in there. Actually, no, I take that back. I want to grow here. That's probably the next party I need to fix. But these... And then let's put a fire here. Seems good. I could put something down. I don't need the move. It's not going to do anything. I don't think that's going to do anything either. I don't need the 10 thing. Okay, eruption. Oh, right. Oh, right. In one land, 6 damage. In each land, 4 damage. So actually, I would want to do the big damage in D4, because the other lands are going to have enough to kill everything. Except for technically D2. Okay. Order matters. Destroy a serpent presence? Why not? Whoops, not that one though. Damn it. You make me undo all this because I wanted to click D2 and I hit D4 by mistake because I clicked too fast. How do I... Oh. I accidentally clicked both of those and I did not want. Okay. Wheel. Oh, desiccating winds is not going to do anything. Oh well. Or no, I'll equip destroy presence back and then I'll have a sacred site. Cool. Yay. Fire, I guess. And then that one. Invaders do +1 damage per land when ravaging. In each land with beasts, 1 damage per beasts. On each board, add Dahan to a land with Dahan and no Badlands, beasts, disease, wilds. Wow, words. Plus damage, but beasts deal damage. All the beasts are paying off. Add Dahan to a land with Dahan and nothing else. That one is forced. That one is fine. Each player adds strife and a land with presence. Each spirit gains energy per sacred site they have in lands with invaders. There are no sacred sites right now. Oh well. How many things are in here? There's one town. Can I hit that land and then I can do this? Okay. That's the only land that matters. Or, yeah, because this guy's going to lose this strife immediately, so I guess this land and then an explorer? Each player may choose a land with Dahan or adjacent to at least 3 Dahan. Invaders do not ravage there. Doesn't do shit. Sands Mountains. All right. I could gain a power card. I will have lots of energy next turn. Let's make it a minor. I have no fire. Let's take Carapace Land because it's free. I don't need the air right now. Let's keep the 2 card plays for next turn. Alright. I could have instead not done that, I guess. But it's fine. Everything's fine. I now have Desiccating Winds. Add Badlands. If target land has Badlands, damage and add Badlands. So these combo together really well. Except I can't really hit anything with it. Because I don't have range anymore. Serpent Rouses, I think we said we were going to do it in here. So what's in here again? Fire and an Earth. So it's 4/3. I could make it 4/4. Oh, this has to damage the building, right? No cities. I just have to kill this city. Oh, and then I can actually kill this town. Or I can do this. But no cities, and this is the only city, and that's all we need to do to win the game. So how do I destroy the city that is too far away from a volcano? Very carefully. I can just defend A2 with Carapace Land as long as I have a presence over here. So I might just grow? That said, Sands Mountains build. This mountain has a town. It's the only building land that has a town in it. There's not even that many buildings left. Town there, town city there, town there. And that's it. There's no buildings on board D. If only I could somehow put 2 presents in A1 and then erupt or something. But that's actually kind of difficult to do enough damage with. I need 3 presents in here. And those don't do enough damage. If any. Aegis this turn is, I mean, if we assume we were ravaging, which we probably are, that's 4 damage, that's 4 damage, so Aegis is 2+2, so it'd be enough, and we can do it in D3. So if we do let the ravage go off, it does do enough. I lied when I said, oh no, there's no building here. Yeah, okay, I didn't lie, actually. Okay. There's no build on board D either, by the way. The only builds are these. Only one that's building a city is A1. So can I stop the A1 city build? I can Lure of the Unknown. If I reclaim all, that is. Range 2 land with invader. I cannot do that as all those lands have things in them. Okay. I mean, I guess if I reclaim all infestation, except I don't have enough range because I don't have 3 presents in there. Oh, actually, no. Infestation A2 doesn't actually do anything. But I want to defend that, which I can do with Carapace Land as long as I grow into here. So I guess I just win next turn? Just grow into A1 and then put Destroyed Presence and stuff in there, and then next turn Erupt. And that kills the city that's in there. Okay. Am I gaining major? I guess. Why not? Cleansing Floods. Range 1 from a jungle. That's impossible. Range 1 from a wetlands. That's impossible. Interesting. Range 1 from stands. Okay, I'm taking this one because I cannot play this one. I cannot. I can play, but I cannot use. Cannot use. But what is going on here? Remove 1 invader and 1 explore town, or remove all damaged invaders. Adversary and scenario rules that prevent or alter removal do not affect this power. With 3 moon and 3 air and any 2 lands with 4 more invaders, remove 1 invader. We're not hitting that, but that's cool. I will click this one for no reason, so it doesn't really matter. I guess I do technically have 2 air, but it doesn't matter. I'll take energy, and I will put a fire token here. Okay. Targeting land with beast. This power is +1 range, so it will hit A2, even though I don't have 3 presence in A1, so that's good. And it's defense 6 because I have 2 earths. I have 3 earths actually, because I'm that cool. All right. Good. Serpent is aegising, I know that much. Can't really absorb essence. I guess I could absorb that one for whatever reason, but it's not gonna matter. Don't really need absorb essence. Speron's not gonna do much. I guess we could take like Gift of Primordial Deeps to have you gain another power. Let's click this. We could make it major, I guess. Oh no, we can't reclaim. Right, we have to reclaim. Right. So I only have 2 energy, 3 energy. Let's click major and see, just for fun. Pyroclastic Flow? But this isn't. I did things in the wrong order. Uh-oh. 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 We'll have the earth. That has earth. Fire. Air. Any on air? We win? Right? We did it! It was right to pick a major. Yay! I guess I could have also put an air as a token over here just to have it that way. The island is now blighted. Immediately on each board, destroy a presence and remove a town. Oh no! And that was the only presence that they had me destroy to win the game. Okay. Just that one. Just that one, I guess. The invaders are deeply afraid and no cities remain to turn to for refuge. The remaining populace swiftly evacuate the island. We got 30 points, 10 for victory, 10 for difficulty 2, 8 for the 4 remaining invader cards, 5 for the 10 surviving Dahan, and -3 for the 7 blight on the island. Nifty. It's nice that you can actually see the elemental tokens on this. You can see that I put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I put 9 down. And they were all fire and earth for some reason. Weird. Alright, well, that is it for me today. Nice to be back. I'll try to keep this up moving forward, but we will have to play by ear. I stream on a random day of the week, depending on my availability. I predict next week I'm streaming on Friday, but we'll see. Check out Handelabra Live. They stream every Tuesday at 3 p.m., I believe. It's been a while. I don't actually remember. But that is the only other stream these days. John did mention that he's probably going to show Mist on Tuesday. That I accidentally almost did today. Whoops. But check it out then. Otherwise, have a good one.